existing free meal applications. The results for these 5 days was that a total of 24 free meals were served that exceed the daily allowed free meals. These daily variances range from 1 to 10 meals. In November, the middle school served 6 additional free lunches, and the Fort Bank served 1 free and 6 reduced additional lunches. As these counts are to be derived from the pre-program cash register in each cafeteria, it would appear that inaccurate entry of meals served as free, reduced, or paid into the cash register may be occurring. Amounts involved are deemed to result in immaterial reporting errors. I want to thank everybody for being so patient while I read this. Page 13. 10. The results of the school department's verification of a sample of school lunch applications was due in January 2008. The report was not ultimately filed with the state office until April of 2008. Page 14. Motor vehicle excise. There are significant motor vehicle excise bills pertaining to prior years that relate to 2-car leasing companies. These amounts presently exceed $500,000, and it is not clear that these amounts will need to be raised on the tax recapitulation if abated. The second book I'm going to do excerpts from is the Town of Winthrop, Massachusetts Single Audit Reports pursuant to OBM Circular A-133, June 30th, 2008. Roselli and Clark and Associates, Certified Public Accountants, Management Consultants. The Honorable Members of the Town Council, Town of Winthrop, Winthrop, Massachusetts. A couple of more pages.
I got plenty of time.
Page 10. D. Schedule of prior year findings and question costs. Finding 2007-1. Material weakness, monthly bank reconciliations. Criteria. It is critical for the town to perform bank reconciliations for all of its bank accounts. Statement of condition. The town's vendor and payroll checking account were not reconciled for the entire 12-month period under audit. Cause and effect. The town treasurer's office had reached an incorrect conclusion that the bank balances for the vendor and payroll checking account are zero balance accounts and therefore not required to be reconciled on a monthly basis. This has caused an inability to determine what the treasurer's book balance is, which has led to inefficiencies when attempting to reconcile the town accountant's balances. 2007-2, material weakness, flawed collector systems. Criteria. It is critical for the town to maintain a billing and collection system that is timely, accurate, and provides for an inefficient reconciliation trial to those amounts contained in the general ledger. Statement and condition. Inaccurate receivable balances were maintained on the general ledger, with no simple way to reconcile incorrect to the collector balances. Cause and effect. Linkage problems with the billing and collection system between levy years and tax type were the cause of this condition. Receivables were reported incorrectly and no simple way to reconcile. The activity was available. Consequently, balance per the general ledger were adjusted to agree to the collector's balances with no real sense of whether these adjustments were correct or not. Page 13. Schedule of prior year findings, questions, cost. Finding. Statement of condition. The residential rehabilitation projects that were funded with federal grant funds did not have a proper environmental review performed at the site locations. Cause and effect. The town had determined to outsource the file maintenance and oversight procedures for the residential rehabilitation projects to a neighboring community, whom they believe were properly knowledgeable about current grant compliance requirements. This was found to be a correct assumption and procedures relative to environmental reviews were not adequately performed by the vendor. This was found to not be a correct assumption and procedure relative to environmental reviews were not adequately performed. I apologize for that. Okay.
Well said. You did a lot of work.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I have one question, though. Did any of the town councils read this audit?
Okay. Good question, Cindy. I want to thank you very much for reading the Roselli and Clark audits. There are 3 books that are available at the town hall, town manager's office. We really recommend that you go to the town hall, take some time and read through the first book that Cindy had read through, which is the management letter book. That gives you an overview of what you're looking at. We're not going to be commenting on anything that Cindy had read. Everything that read was read in its entirety, as far as the paragraphs she read from. Again, there was 3 audits, 3 audit books. Town hall has in town manager's office. We want to remind everybody also that May 19th, 11 days away, it's going to be time to take a look at your conscience and vote how you really feel. There's 10 override questions, and CFBG has been stating right along, and we're not going to be changing our position, that vote no on all 10 questions. And the reason is we want to send this override back to the council to have them take a look at exactly, what they're trying to do. Next week's show is going to be a roundtable show. Al Evans, who was the co-founder with me back in 2003, is going to be here also with Cindy. So it'll be a round-robin discussion of the override itself. Things are really difficult right now in Massachusetts as well as in Winthrop. And the incomes are down, food prices are up. Things are really not in great shape. This is literally no time for this council to be hitting us with any type of a property tax increase. We're all just very conscious of the surroundings. Things are not going very well. And the key thing is that, before the council decides they want to start spending our money on higher taxes, one of the things they should do is looking at minimizing and eliminating the deficits that a number of the different departments currently have. One of the very important things we want to talk about is going back to 2004, Cindy. When we look back at 2004, there was one of the largest turnouts in voter population in the history of Winthrop, basically. Is about 85% of the voters came out and they casted their vote. And in order for us to really move ahead, in my opinion, to get a message across, we need a very strong turnout in the no segment. People have to understand that things are very tight today. It's very difficult to manage and keep ourselves basically in line. One of the things we need to tell you is that, again, May 19th. May 19th is the day that we need to get out there and cast our vote. CFBG is asking you to support our position and cast a no vote. This no vote is going to send a message back to the council that they need to take a look at the options that are on the table for them. We still have growth and development. We still have a business community that can be developed out. There's revenues that are available to us just sitting in the ground that aren't being utilized. I'm very happy to hear some of the councils at least starting to talk about the potential growth and development of some of the areas that we've discussed now for the last 6 years. Get out to vote. Call your friends. Call your relatives, your neighbors. Carpool. Get the message out there. We need to get a May 19th no vote. On behalf of Cindy and myself and the members of CFBG, we want to thank you very much.
Good night.